So as you can see by the title, we are officially adding another candle into the cake that is Sorrow Eternal. Daryl here, and we are now celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the launch of our beautiful, prestigious music review site. So not really going to dilly-dally on that too much. There'll be more on that to come in the coming weeks, a celebration of sorts. But got a lot to talk about this week, a lot of reviews and a lot of freaking great albums this week, so let's jump right into it here. Started the week off with a band from Poland called Jarun. I'm not even going to try to say the name of the album. It begins with a W and ends with an E, but I don't know how to say it. It's a 5-piece band, and they kind of tread the line between black metal, but melodic and somewhat folky, and the album was very good. I mean, you know, it has its opportunities, and I think that as the band grows and, you know, they spend more time together, get a little more cohesive, I think you're going to start to see some really amazing things from them. I did want to mention, though, that, you know, they had posted our review on their Facebook site and got an 8 out of 10 from us. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed the album, but they actually got a 3 out of 10 from a German site, and I took the time to tell them that I thought it was really awesome that, you know, even though they got a 3 out of 10 from this other site, that they actually posted the review and kind of said, like, hey, here's what this guy thinks, and we don't agree, but there it is. And I think that, you know, shows a lot of maturity as a band and artist to basically post something that says, you know, somebody didn't like your music. What the guy's entitled to his opinion, obviously, as we are as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. But check out the album. You can check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/Jarun Band, Jarun, Jarun. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too, and if I am, I do apologize, gentlemen. We went right then to the latest installment in the Scion AV program, something that I've been a huge fan of for a while now. And it's a new EP from the band The Gates of Slumber. It's an American doom band, which sounds a little bit like an oxymoron because you don't hear a lot about American doom as it is. But this is a great EP. Let's go through the benefits here. Number one, the EP is awesome. The songs are great. It's 5 songs and it's awesome. The second thing, it's free. So you can go on the Scion AV site and you can get this EP for free. And third of all, it's American doom. So, you know, it gives us a little something to be proud of. You should definitely check it out. Really, really great tracks. Son of Hades was actually my favorite of all of them. But it's pretty amazing. And, you know, I think if you like the down-tempo style, you know, without the European accents in it, I think that this is an EP you should check out. We'll get back to the American doom scene shortly. But in the meantime, you can actually look for a symphonic band from Portland, Oregon. Name of the band, Tyranny of Hours. Now, Brian did the review for this one. Great review, and I think he really hit the nail on the head. This is a debut album for an American symphonic band, and this debut definitely is miles ahead of where some of the titans of the genre, like Epica or Nightwish or Xandria, where they started. You would think that this is a band that's been around for a long time, rather than a band just putting out their first album. It's powerful, it's passionate, and it's absolutely just chock full of emotion, and I really, really enjoy that. And I know that Brian did as well, so you should definitely check out their album. You can get that. I believe you can pre-order it still on their site, tyrannyofhours.net, or their Facebook page, facebook.com/tyrannyofhours. So definitely check them out. If you are a fan of anything symphonic metal, this would be a good place to go. Now, to the opposite end of the spectrum, we have a one-man band. It's a solo project from, I believe he's 19 years old. His name is Yukri Suvilehto, I believe is how it's pronounced. And again, if not, I'm sorry. And he has his first solo EP, and the name of the EP, again, I will not try to say. So yeah. I'm not even going to try because I don't want to insult anybody. But it's a really good start, and I really enjoyed the EP. And I think that when you look at the EP, you can kind of say, okay, I see where he's going, and I like where he's going. The EP itself is fine on its own, but I think that the end result is going to be what we're all going to be happy with. So when he gets a full-length album, which I believe he said would be out sometime in the next 2 years, I think we're all going to be very, very happy with it. It's an interesting mix, because you kind of have this black metal style, but a little bit of folk and a little bit of thrash, and there's some, symphonics to it. It's pretty incredible. I mean, I think the keyboards and the strings are what sets it apart from a lot of the other EPs and styles that it embodies. But for a one-man band, a guy doing it all himself, good for him. And to be young and doing this, and to be this far advanced, that says a lot. So definitely check out the EP from Suvilehto, and you can definitely see where this Finnish artist is going next. And we got to end the week on a very, very high note. And, I mentioned before, American Doom in the form of the Gates of Slumber and their Stormcrow EP. Well, American Doom is alive and well. And if you've ever been concerned that perhaps there's no such thing as American Doom, or, if you've said to your friends, man, there's just no good American Doom bands out there. Well, that's changed. And that's changed drastically. Now, we've been following the exploits of a band from St. Louis called Fister. Justin had done a review of their Violence EP last year. I had done a review of the Infernal Paramount EP, and we liked them both. They're both awesome. So when I get this email from Kenny from the band, and he says, hey, we got this new album coming out, it's called Gemini, take a listen, tell us what you think. Well, I didn't waste any time. I got right on it. I put it on my MP3 player, I burned a CD of it, I put it in the car, I listened to it at home, I listened to it in the office, I listened to it at work, I listened to it everywhere. I have not stopped listening to it. It's been a solid 9 days, I believe, since I got it, and I haven't stopped listening to it, because this fucking album just... I don't know how to say it eloquently, so I'll just say it punched me in the face. In a good way. Not like in a bar fight, but like in a good way. It punched me in the face, and I cannot say enough good things about what this album is doing and what this band is doing. As I told him, they absolutely knocked it out of the park. The tempo is just absolutely a crawl, which is great. The recording is clear and well mixed, and I can't say enough for the musicianship. And I think that what gets left out, with a style of music like this, is that songwriting comes into play. Songwriting is oh so important, because you can't just do a 1 beat per minute kind of tempo and scream and just think it's all going to work out. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but it's probably going to be pretty boring, and I'm not really going to be interested. What they've done is they've taken some pretty amazing songwriting and turned it into something else. So it is that crawling, absolutely hypnotic, heavy doom music, but there's a lot of small elements going on, and never is that more apparent. I mean, in the opening track, you get a lot, but it's track 4, the title track, Gemini, that I think redefined the album itself and just what they're doing. I mean, you get these, just a light piano track and a little bit of acoustic guitar inside and some whining strings in the back, and then it just explodes with this fucking scream, this heavy distortion, heavy bass kick. It's fucking unreal, and it inspired me. I mean, all I got thinking was that this song could be the score to any fucking horror movie that you could imagine. Over the end credits, over like a fucking scene running through the woods, it's there. And I had that track, I've probably listened to that track alone probably 60 times. And I just try to digest each little part of it, because it's just so incredible. So if you get a chance, the album, I believe, comes out on the 19th, which would be this coming Tuesday. Check this album out. Their website, fisterdoom.com or fister.bandcamp.com or facebook.com/fisterdoom. You should be liking them on Facebook. You should be buying their CDs, buy a shirt, buy a beer koozie, get some other stuff. And you should be listening to this band. If you're a fan of Doom in any capacity, whether you love it, you like it, or you're just kind of, it's fine, Fister is a band you should listen to. And, as I said before, American Doom is not dead. And I think that's pretty important to repeat, because on the whole, I would say that we as metal fans, I know myself and Brian as well, a lot of the bands we listen to are from Europe, Finland, Sweden, Germany, Poland, and every now and then to see an American band of this quality crop up and just continually knock it out of the park, I think that says a lot for where the American metal scene is and where it's going. So fucking bravo to Fister for this one. So make sure you check that out. So anyway, 2 years in, still going strong, and no end in sight. I think that we're more committed now than those of us still doing the site. We have a lot of things still in the works, and interviews coming, and reviews all the time, and we're trying to make sure we give you as much content as possible and give you sneak peeks into bands that you might not have otherwise heard, and bands maybe you like or don't like. So make sure you keep an eye on all things Sorrow Eternal related. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Tumblr. We still have a MySpace. You can thank Chester for that. We still have a MySpace, and you can still actually get your copy of the sampler, which has a pretty great track list for those of you who forgot. The sampler we put together in our last Christmas. And we got Samlock, Blizzard at Sea, Skogan, Project Masquerade, As Autumn Calls, North Song, Astral Winter, Echo Terra, An Autumn for Crippled Children, Ogun, Cromlech, and of course, Dan Klein and Appalachian Winter. So definitely check that out on our Bandcamp. You can listen to it, you can download it, or you can buy a physical copy in a perfect little slipcase designed by us. So make sure you check that out. And guys, make sure you're listening to all this great new stuff. Don't get bogged down with one or two albums. Try to spread the wealth here and try to make sure that you're digesting as much as possible, because that's when you're going to find the stuff that maybe you wouldn't have heard before, or maybe you just would have missed out on. And with so much coming, and I mean, just doing these reviews, there's so much out there and so many great bands. This coming week is going to be no exception. We got a pretty packed week again. We got let's see, Bacchus Baracus, we got Tree Burner, we got OOY18, we got Dirtian. The following week, Batilis, Moradin, Amaranth, Phantasma, Windrunners, Tengar Cavalry, Knockout Tursa. I mean, we got a lot going on, and there's just fucking no end in sight. So thank you guys for listening, and happy second birthday to us, and we will catch you guys next week.